Donald Trump, sentenced in New York hush money case, will serve 4 years in the White House. Happy Sunday, everyone, and welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Akorn. I hope all of you are having a great weekend and are ready for the next episode of Laugh While the World Burns, where we show some of the highlights of the idiocracy that is modern-day society. If you enjoy this series, please help support the channel and watch this video to the end. Hit that like button, and if you haven't already, smash subscribe and click that bell. And share this video with your family, friends, and social media. We have a lot of good memes today and some idiocracy news, so let's get into it. Luxury brand Balenciaga is now selling fully destroyed sneakers that will cost you $1,850. And yes, sadly, this is real. We now have reason to believe Trump ripped the tag off his mattress in 1987. Impress her with something expensive. Yep, it's getting right back up there again. Currently here in the Ozark Mountains, a dozen eggs is about $6, and they've continued to keep rising over the past month. What's the price of a dozen eggs where you guys live? Drop it down in the comments, I'd be interested to see. Married Colombian President Gustavo Petro says he's not gay after he is seen in Panama with trans woman Linda Yeeps. We are living in a day where people are proud of what they should be ashamed of. Fact check true. Before my presidency, there was no ISIS, there was no caliphate, there was no BLM, there was no Antifa, there was no war on police. I built that. Yeah, he certainly did, using the CIA and Mossad. Trump cleans house, cans over 1,000 feds, then takes to social media to post, "You're fired."
Sheriff, you're not allowed to use deadly force for a property crime. Why do you say he would have been justified in killing her?
First off, he tried a carjacking with a lady. And then he was doing a burglary of a vehicle. And he was in the string of a group of felonies at the time. When you start trying to carjack somebody's car at a gas station, you're subject to get shot, and shot a lot.
Did he have a weapon?
She didn't have to have a weapon, brother. You can carjack with just pure violence and force.
You don't think that's a dangerous message you're putting out?
That is an absolute correct message I'm putting out to Polk County citizens. You try to break into somebody's car and steal it while they're there with it, that's called armed carjacking.
Some attorneys would disagree with you, but you're the sheriff, so.
If you come to this county and if you use extreme violence to try to carjack somebody from their car, if you get shot, that's on you.
California? Honestly? Kamala Harris for governor? That would be a high-speed rail wreck. Flashback. Biden's first FAA nominee accused of being DEI hire after he couldn't answer any aviation questions. Obama to divorce Michelle after discovering she's actually a woman. I just bit a Democrat. I had to lick my ass for an hour to get rid of the taste. And he's so proud of himself too. Feminist.
I use my mom's last name instead of my father's.
Me. You mean your grandfather's last name? A patient cured is a customer lost. Outrage as Trump unveils new deportation device. Just another U.S. government GoFundMe account in disguise. Yeah, it's very true. All the people pay for the tickets, And then, whenever somebody does win, they take half of that too. Up until 1913, Americans kept all of their earnings. Despite this, America still had schools, roads, colleges, vast railroads, subways, and an army and navy. Tell me again why taxes are necessary. It's only about control. I always love it when people try to defend the taxes too. Apparently some people like to pay taxes, even when they're under threat of being kidnapped and imprisoned. Here's an idea. Teachers should wear body cams, like police, so parents can see how their children act. That's actually a pretty good idea, but there are a whole lot of parents that really couldn't care less, as long as they don't have to deal with them for however many hours. Both January committee and rioters got pardons. In NFL terms, penalties offset. There was no January. Touchdown Chiefs. Speaking of the Chiefs, who do you guys think will win the Super Bowl on Sunday? Well, when you guys are seeing this video, it'll be tonight. I haven't really watched much this year, but I've seen enough memes about the Chiefs, basically saying that the refs have handed them a lot of favorable calls, I guess. So because of that, and maybe because they're Missouri's team also, even though their name is Kansas City, they're actually Kansas City, Missouri. A lot of people think that they're the state of Kansas football team. Seniors should not pay tax on Social Security. Yeah, I can agree with this. I found some traffic lights down here at this busy intersection, but I don't see anything resembling car accidents. Clearly, traffic lights are not needed, at least not in this town. Apparently, I've missed something lately. I have no idea who this guy is or what this is about, but I'm assuming probably talking about cordless hole punchers, maybe? If you guys know, drop it in the comments. Prices spiked. America's favorite beer, avocados, gas, and cheap stuff from Temu will get more expensive as economists warn of Trump tariffs impacts. Does anyone actually know somebody who's ordered stuff from Temu? Because I don't. But yes, as long as tariffs are in place, either one of two things will happen. Either one, the nation sending the products will stop sending it, which is probably unlikely, or two, the tariff cost is just added back into the cost of the product and passed back on to us. Breaking news, Aunt Jemima is back. Quaker announced that the customers have spoken and she will return to the syrup bottles beginning of the year. Anybody know if this is true? I hope that it is. Should have never been taken off in the first place, along with all the others. Poll. 9 out of 10 Americans support tossing Dr. Fauci in a volcano. America First Media. Inside sources say Barron told Biden, "You forgot to pardon yourself," then walked off. What did he say? Your turn. And they didn't use the right your.
Are trans women biologically male? The answer is complicated.
No, it's not. If only California had prioritized grooming all the vegetation over grooming all the Bernie Sanders drinking game. Every time he mentions a free government program, chug someone else's beer. In Syria, militias armed by the Pentagon fight those armed by the CIA. House GOP crafts bill to let Trump purchase Greenland. Britain's first transgender family reveals son, 5, is also transitioning. It's sickening what they've done to the children. Liberals, please continue on I-40 until you have left our great state of Texas. When you forget to turn in your homework on time. I don't know how much more of this global warming I can tolerate. Maybe if we let the government steal more of our money, they will change the weather. With the current extreme cold temperatures, all Walmart customers are urged to wear 2 pairs of pajamas. It's actually kind of sad that this could either be real or satire, or both. I'm sure you guys have saw plenty of the people of Walmart videos. They're about as good as the people of Yellowstone. One of the last coal-powered sheep. Most sheep are all electric now. Let's see how many reactions my meme got. Your account has been blocked for 3 days. Los Angeles mayor tells desperate residents to visit URL for help. Nation actually pretty impressed that Biden lived through all 4 years of presidency. Judas Priest will reissue their 1982 album, Screaming for Vengeance, at 12:01 p.m. on January 20th, 2025. Does anybody know if this is true? Did they actually do this? Beer, pizza, potatoes, cordless hole punchers, Bibles, and sweatpants. I'm impressed. Finally, all the essentials on one aisle. A prepper's dream. Beer, in lieu of clean drinking water. Pizza, the whole food pyramid in one perfect food. Potatoes, to make vodka for medicinal purposes, of course. Cordless hole punchers, to hunt game and vanquish those who wish to harm you. Bibles, to help give you thanks for your bounty and say a few good words over those vanquished folks. Sweatpants, you don't want to wear your Sunday best digging all those vanquished holes, do you? Today's word is fascist. The 2 types of people watching mass deportations. America at the beginning of the Biden administration. America at the end of the Biden administration. Biologists are predicting a decline in male pregnancies due to a political climate change. My gross pay. My net pay. Fact checkers didn't exist until the truth started to get out. Fact check true. With great power comes huge electricity bill. Yeah, that's very true. When you think injecting a cow with growth hormones is wrong, but injecting with hormones to change their gender is fine, you're a special kind of evil. We are told mining coal is bad, but somehow mining lithium, cobalt, and nickel is good. The EV industry is a lie. Biden finally figures out who's been destroying America for the last 4 years. Yeah, that's a lot more accurate forecast than anyone I've ever seen on the news. 1954, spreader. 2025, spreader.
Effective January 20th, Air Force One will be renamed Conair.
Good idea. The wrongly convicted convict saved everyone in that movie. Swing and a miss for your meme.
In schools, they're pressuring us to learn about Islam and learn about the people that are coming over. I don't want to learn about that. I want to learn about my culture, my beliefs, and I'm proud to be English. Yeah.
Have they taught you about the Bill of Rights?
No.
Did you learn about the Battle of Agincourt?
No. In school, they were teaching us about, you know, about Islam, about Prophet Muhammad, and all their ideologies. They barely covered Christianity at all.
Did they tell you about how he was a warlord who brutally murdered people?
No, they wouldn't say any of that. And when I tried to stand up and say that some of them things, I would get in trouble for it. Suspended from school because apparently I was being racist. I wasn't. I was just trying to, you know.
You're questioning an ideology.
Yes, I was questioning the ideology, and in my opinion, it's not the right ideology. They're trying to take away my free speech in school. They're trying to silence me in school, to suspend me from school for, you know, trying to stand up and discuss stuff about Islam, the wrongs of it. So they only say, oh, Islam's a peaceful religion, but if you look into their book, you'll find out it's not.
China can't own an app in the US, but can own 380,000 acres of farmland. Makes total sense. Never forget. Crazy how in the UK, when you get to 100 years old, you get a letter from the king. But in America, when you get to 100 years old, you get a letter from Jake Paul asking for a fight. I don't think he's ever going to live that down. Biden on his last day in office. When you realize the feminist movement is a government scam so that they can get the other half of the population working, so they can double the tax intake and raise your children by their standards. Yeah, we had tried to tell people that for a lot of years, but at least more people are taking notice of it now. We need to hire an Amish crew to finish the border wall. They would have that done by tomorrow. How close humanity is to understanding that their governments are organized criminals. Alcohol, tobacco, and fireballs should be a convenience store, not a government agency. I completely agree. Massive shift in support for deportation of illegal aliens, said CNN pollster. It's not a massive shift. Most people's wanted that for a lot of years. It's just gained more publicity in the last few years. Camilla or Kamala? Tomato or tomato? Either way, still the same thing. 2024 was the year conspiracy theories became spoiler alerts. 2025 won't be that bad the first week. Selena Gomez breaks down crying over illegal immigrant criminals being deported. Where are the celebrity crying videos for all of these women who were unalived by illegal aliens? Yeah, you don't hear the media covering that. And I'll end the video with this. Tax when you earn it. Tax when you spend it. Tax when you save it. Tax when you unalive. It needs to end. Yes, all taxes needs to end. I want to thank all of you who watched this video to the end, as it really helps the channel. If you enjoyed the show, please remember to share this video with your family, friends, and social media. Also remember to catch Tuesday's episode on our second channel. But I'll see you guys back here on Friday's show. I thank you all for watching. You guys take care and stay safe this week. This is Akorn, over and out.